say hello. Hello, boys and girls. Happy Hanukkah. Today we have a story time all surrounding Hanukkah and a very special treat called Latkes. But first I have a little poem to share with you. O Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party. We'll all dance the aura. Gather round the table. We'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. All right, would you like latkes with applesauce or sour cream? What do you think? First, you might be wondering, what are latkes? Latkes are a very special treat that Jewish people have and enjoy during the holidays, and especially during Hanukkah. And these latkes are fried potatoes and onions made in special oil, and then they enjoy them with applesauce or dipping them in sour cream. So yummy. Place those right there. Now our story is titled Way Too Many Latkes, a Hanukkah in Chelm. This is by Linda Glaser and illustrated by Alexander Zolitik, and it's published by Carbon Publishing. Before we get started with our story, there are a few words we need to think about. We need to listen for the word fools. Fools are persons who lack intellect. They're not very bright. They're not very smart, and they behave absurdly. Fools. The next word is awry. Things go terribly awry in this story with those fools. That means things get all twisted up. They're unreasonable and strange. Another word we'll listen for is rabbi. A rabbi is a Jewish teacher or scholar. And the last word, this is one of my favorites, is bupkis. Bupkis, that's bupkis. That means that is strange. I don't believe it. Foolish. No way. Bupkis. All right, let's get our hands ready. Hands up. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give them a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your shoulders, wiggle your nose. Now there are no more wiggles left in me. I sit quiet, quiet as can be. So everyone can enjoy the story. Way too many latkes. In Chelm, the village of fools, Fagel makes the best latkes, but every Hanukkah she only makes a tiny batch. If you're lucky, she serves you one little latke, and you dream about it for the rest of the year, except for one year where everything went awry. It was the first night of Hanukkah. I don't remember my latke recipe, cried Fagel. How will I make potato latkes? Well, you always use potatoes, her husband Shmuel remembered. But how many, she wailed. Was it 3 or maybe 4? I'll go ask the rabbi, said Shmuel. The rabbi, cried Fagel. What does he know about making latkes? Bupkis, nothing. Well, she didn't think that was a good idea. But he's the wisest man in Chelm, said Shmuel. He knows more than you think. Well, maybe you're right, said Fagel. Quick, go ask. Shmuel ran to the rabbi's house in 2 flicks of a goat's tail. Rabbi, help! Fagel can't remember her latke recipe. How many potatoes should she use? The rabbi's stomach gurgled. He hadn't eaten much all day. Tell her to use them all. Shmuel scratched his head. Are you sure? Are these my feet? The rabbi pointed. Of course, said Shmuel. Are you sure? Asked the rabbi. Sure, I'm sure, said Shmuel. Well, said the rabbi, I'm just as sure about the potatoes. On Hanukkah, that's what potatoes are for. You are so wise, said Shmuel, and he rushed home. The rabbi says to use them all, he said to Fagel. All of them? Is he sure? Asked Fagel. Are these the rabbi's feet? Shmuel pointed. What? Cried Fagel. Shmuel, where's your head? Right here, he tapped. Don't ask silly questions. Let's just do what the rabbi says. I don't know. Do you think they should ask questions? Should they use all of the potatoes? So, Fagel grated all the potatoes, down to the very last one. Then she clutched her head. Oi! With all these potatoes, how many eggs should I use? I'll go ask the rabbi, said Shmuel. He raced over and 2 snaps of a chicken's beak. Rabbi, help! How many eggs should Fagel use for the latkes? The rabbi thought for a moment. His stomach rumbled. Use all the eggs you've got. Shmuel scratched his head. Are you sure? Is this my nose? The rabbi pointed to his nose. Of course, said Shmuel. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Well, I'm just as sure about the eggs. On Hanukkah, that's what eggs are for. So Shmuel ran back home. Use all our eggs. What? Cried Fagel. Is he sure? Is this the rabbi's nose? And Shmuel pointed to his nose. What? Have you lost your head? Shmuel felt it. Nope, it's right here. Let's start cracking eggs. That's a lot of eggs. So Fagel cracked all the eggs, down to the very last one. Done, she groaned. Oi, but how many onions should I use? I'll find out, Shmuel ran to the rabbi's house in 2 flicks of a mule's ear. Onions, the rabbi tugged his beard. His stomach grumbled. Use all the onions you've got. Shmuel's eyes bulged. Are you sure? Is this my head? The rabbi pointed. Of course, exclaimed Shmuel. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Well, I'm just as sure about the onions. On Hanukkah, that's what onions are for. Shmuel ran home. The rabbi says use them all. Oh my goodness! Fagel threw her hands in the air. Is he sure? Is this the rabbi's head? And Shmuel pointed to his own head. What? Cried Fagel. My husband doesn't even know his own head anymore. What next? Onions, exclaimed Shmuel. Don't you remember? Let's start chopping. So Fagel started chopping. She chopped and chopped. Ooh, look, she's got tears coming down her face from chopping all of those onions. Then she fried up the latkes, up to her elbows, up to her armpits, up to her earlobes, and each latke was a crispy golden masterpiece. Yum! I can just smell those cooking now. Done. She wiped her hands on her apron. Then she held her head. Oi! We have too many latkes. If we eat all these latkes, we'll get belly aches up to our eyeballs. Shmuel nodded. I'll go ask the rabbi what to do. Now, could you figure out what to do, or would you need to go ask the rabbi? He raced over in 2 shakes of a cow's tail. Help, Rabbi. We have way too many latkes. No, the rabbi shook his head. There is no such thing as too many latkes. He held up his fingers like a true sage. Just not enough mouths. Ah, very wise, nodded Shmuel. But Fagel and I have only 1 mouth each. Ah, the rabbi's stomach growled loudly. Don't worry. I can help. I'll come to your house, and I'll bring my mouth with me. But when they got to the house, the rabbi shook his head. I can't eat all these latkes. Not even if I stuffed my mouth from now until the last night of Hanukkah. Oi, moaned Fagel. What will we do with all these latkes? The rabbi stroked his beard. There's only one answer. We need more mouths. More mouths? Shmuel felt around his face for more mouths. The rabbi shook a finger at him. Not our mouths. Go, invite the whole village. Quick, while the latkes are still hot. Tell everyone to bring one mouth each. On Hanukkah, that's what mouths are for. And so Shmuel did. The whole village rushed over to help solve the problem of too many latkes. And oi, did they help. On Hanukkah, that's what a village is for. There were just enough mouths and just enough latkes, down to the very last one. The end. How funny. I love how they told time in this story. I love how every time Shmuel ran to ask the rabbi a question, he did it in a funny way, and he said, I will do it in 2 flicks of a cow's tail. And how about, let's see, asking silly questions, and he did it another way. Let's see, 2 snaps of a chicken's beak. I love the way that he ran so quickly in 2 snaps of a chicken's beak. All right, boys and girls, latkes. I hope you get a chance to try some latkes this Hanukkah season. But until then, I have another fun craft for you. And we thought we could make some Star of David ornaments or crafts. And you can see some up here on the board. We made these from fun popsicle sticks. All right, so to make our Star of David ornaments for today, you're going to need some popsicle sticks, some glue, and then you can use some beads, some sequins, or even some glitter. And what you want to do first is glue 3 sticks. So you need 6 sticks total. You can use colored sticks or plain sticks. You can use the small popsicle sticks, or these are the large popsicle sticks. These are like tongue depressors that you get from your pediatrician's office. And you could color them if they're plain, or you can use them plain in natural wood colored. But you're going to want 6 of them, and then you're going to want to make 2 triangles, gluing them at the ends. And then once you have your 2 triangles, you're going to place the second one on top of the first. And then you'll want to add some glue right down to the bottom of there. And just a little bit. A dot does a lot. Here we go. We got our glue going. So we just need, and remember, a dot does a lot. So you just need a little bit of glue just to glue that on. And you may even want to use a hot glue gun, and that really helps as well. So we're just going to glue that onto our star, and then you can let it dry, or if you're ready, just a little drop of glue here and a little drop of glue there, and on your last triangle. And then you can add some fun little sprinkles, some sequins. Okay, let's see how that looks. And we've got a good start. So there's our Star of David ornament. And you can also, of course, add some more onto your bottom part of the star. And here are some up here on the board that you can take a look at. So let's bring that up here. And look at all of those. Some of them we used glitter. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our 2 Hanukkah stories this week. We had the Shema in the mezuzah and way too many latkes. So go back and reread the stories with us, and then make your craft projects, and then let us see how they turned out. Bye, boys and girls. Happy Hanukkah.